Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to another interesting class. Today, we are going to be looking at the beginning of Jesus' ministry. Our topic for today is the beginning of Jesus' ministry. Let's look at what Jesus began to do at the beginning of his ministry. At the beginning of Jesus' ministry, Jesus went into the synagogues in Galilee and Nazareth to teach the people. In Nazareth, where he grew up, the people were surprised because they never knew him as a preacher, but they knew him as a son of Joseph and Mary. So, Jesus began to teach and preach in the temple. And he began to teach people the word of God so well. Jesus then said a few things that made the people in the synagogue angry. And so, they ran him out of town and wanted to throw him over the cliff. But Jesus walked right through them and went away. Now, Jesus needed people that would help him to do the work of God. Then, he decided to choose the 12 disciples. Let's look at why Jesus chose the 12 disciples. Jesus chose the 12 disciples because he needed some special friends to help him with the work he had to do for God. That was why he chose the 12 people. One of those days, Jesus went out to a mountain to pray, and he spent the night praying to God. When morning came, he called the disciples to come to him. He chose the 12 of them and made them apostles. Now Jesus chose how many disciples? 12 disciples. Let's look at the names of the disciples. Peter, Andrew, we have James, that's the brother of Andrew. We have John, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, and James, the son of Alphaeus, Simeon, who was also called Zealot, and Judas, son of James. He also chose Judas Iscariot. These were the 12 disciples of Jesus. Now, let's watch a video account of how Jesus chose his disciples. Happy viewing.
Jesus chooses his disciples. Matthew chapter 4, verses 18 through 22, chapter 9, verse 9, and chapter 10, verses 1 through 4, Mark chapters 1 through 3, and Luke chapters 5 through 6.
Jesus began to tell people about God. He knew he had a lot of work to do, and he went to find some helpers. As Jesus was walking along the seashore, he saw some fishermen. Jesus called to them,
"Come, follow me. I will make you fishers of people."
Right away, they left their boats and followed Jesus. Their names were Peter, Andrew, James, and John. Later, Jesus met a tax collector named Matthew. His job was to get the tax money from the people and give it to the king. Matthew quit his job to follow Jesus too. Jesus chose some more people. Their names were Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, and another man named James. Thaddeus, Simon, and Judas joined them too. Jesus now had 12 new followers. He called them his disciples. Jesus taught them about God's love.
And now the 12 disciples. There were 12 disciples Jesus called to help him: Simon, Peter, Andrew, James his brother John, Philip, Thomas, Matthew, James the son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon, Judas, and Bartholomew. He has called us to, he has called us to. We are his disciples, I am one and you. He has called us to, he has called us to. We are his disciples, I am one and you.
What an interesting class we had today. Hope you enjoyed yourself and you now have a better understanding of how Jesus began his ministry, why he chose his disciples, and the names of his disciples. Remember to do your quiz and assignments. Be good always, my champion. See you in our next class. Bye for now.